Good afternoon. So, at my favorite place with my favorite person, Lena. My driver, y'all. My driver, my assistant, my everything, right? So, I thought today, I just wanted to get a young person's perspective on what do you think about when you're considering a move or a home. And I just wanted to get your opinion, Jordan. So what are some of the things that are important to you as a young person?
A lot of it is having space. So being able to have space to have a living room, so watching TV, having a place to eat, so maybe a big kitchen or just enough space for me to have a dining room table, a desk so you can get work done.
But the big kitchen, that's because since most of us we've been home, you were kind of talking about like cooking as a family. I know Jordan has been making some amazing banana bread. Anyway, and also you mentioned something about a bathroom.
Yeah, so a lot of it is so considering now because we have COVID and everything, I think it would be a good idea to have an additional bathroom, one for you and one for your guests as well. So let's say you are having to self-isolate and maybe you have a roommate because you're living in a 2-bedroom. It would be better to have a separate bathroom for you so that you don't, give it to them.
Okay. So I was thinking about having this conversation with Jordan about, what do young people look for or think about when it comes to housing. And I happened to drop by my office and I saw we had a couple copies of it's your real estate and lifestyle planning guide, which is a tool that was developed at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services. I believe it's on a national brand level, but specifically we have it here in New Jersey Properties, and I kind of wanted to leave the wheel. I kind of wanted to talk about some of the items that are brought up in the planning guide, and it kind of ties back to what Jordan was saying. So now you can get the car in park. Can you tell we're learning how to drive, right? We're slow. Brakes. Okay. Now you can put it in park. So yeah, doing some driving lessons right, y'all. So in the real estate and lifestyle planning guide, this really is an attempt to kind of help you figure out what's really important when it comes to housing. This is a guide that can help you when you consider, am I okay with renting or should I actually purchase a home, right? So they kind of break down decisions by lifestyle, based on some research, what's important to, say, millennials, Gen Xers, early age baby boomers. Okay, and we're just slow down. We're gonna go right into this garage over here. So this guide, go ahead. This guide has a couple of steps, and I'm gonna just briefly talk about some of those steps. Slow down and just pull over here. Okay, so step 1, it says determine your lifestyle needs and goals. Step 2, review your lifestyle options. Step 3, formulate your goals. And step 4, develop a lifestyle plan. So this is an actual tangible guide that we have, but honestly, I have it as a PDF, and I'm happy to share it with anyone who is interested. But it takes you through a couple of different scenarios to figure out what are the things that are maybe needs versus some wants. And it has you take into account what's important to you and what's important to a partner. I want to live further away from neighbors. I want to live in a more diverse community. I believe the neighborhood or community we select is as or more important than the home we select. So it just gives you some thought-provoking situations and exercises to kind of walk through. It even asks you to talk about what do you like about where you live currently. So it's what I like best about my present home, and then what I like least, and what would I like in my next home. I think that's something that we really want to consider. Some of us have short and long-term goals, right? So in the short term, for example, I live in Montclair. My son is in school at Montclair High, and it's important to be here so that he can go through schooling. But once he's in college, then my needs are going to change, right? So then there's the potential for me moving to a different area altogether, just based on what's important to me at that time, right? So there are a lot of lifestyle considerations they have here. So, for example, for neighborhood, they talk about, is it great schools, quality health care, jogging or cycling paths, proximity to work. That's really important for some people. But maybe if you're retired, well, that's not important. So I think that filling out this guide, or even if you don't fill it out, but just kind of perusing it, I think it's going to help people figure out what's important with them, and what are their needs when you think about your housing choices. And then as your agent, we can discuss this and figure out, well, based on what you're saying is important to you, here's something that maybe you should consider, or maybe here's an area that you should consider, or you know what, it sounds like maybe you're interested in community living. So I know you've always lived in a single family detached home, but maybe now we need to consider, maybe a 55 plus development. I've been to a few in the last few months that were actually really fantastic, beautiful properties. So this is a tool that can help you when it comes to figuring out what's next in terms of your housing goals. And thank you, Jordan, for kind of jumping in and giving the teen perspective on housing. I think that that's really important, because you know what? You're living in a house, so I want to know what's important to you also. Again, I'm happy to share this guide with you, either the tangible guide, or I can certainly email you a PDF copy. My name is Tiffany Booker. I am a realtor at Berkshire Hathaway Home Services, New Jersey Properties, in the fantastic Montclair office. My phone number is 973-460-4674. You can always reach me there, call or text. And of course, you can go to my website, lifeandlegacyhomes.com. I hope you enjoy the rest of your day. We're going to let the fantastic people here at Robin Hood Car Wash just go ahead and give my car the VIP treatment she deserves. Get her all nice and clean inside and out. Take care.